Hello everyone, I'm Alicia, and sorry about that, but I am a psychic medium. I know I usually don't come on here throughout the afternoon, but something just kind of told me to, so I thought, well, I'd hop on here and do something. So yeah, I'm still going to come on later this evening. But anyhow, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Alicia. I'm a psychic medium. I'm what's to be considered a no-tools medium, meaning I don't need to use cards or anything like that, but I can and I do incorporate them into my readings. What I do is I channel and communicate with the energy of those that have passed, those that are still here, places, objects, and I channel and communicate with my spirit guides, and I use my third eye. Okay? All my readings are timeless, so anything I say could be past, present, or future. It could deal with you, somebody close to you, maybe somebody you haven't met yet. Okay? If my readings resonate with you, yay, and I hope they do, and I hope they resonate with at least more than one of you. If not, then maybe the reading is just not for you or not for you at this time. Okay? I'm just going to go ahead and pray, and then I'll start talking. Okay, dear Lord God, please protect me with your white light of protection always. Please help me to clearly see, hear, feel, and know the messages I'm about to receive and give. My intention is to communicate with spirit, with my spirit guides, with angels, with energy, and to do a mediumship reading. Okay. I will say this, because there will be somebody on here right now that I'm going to be doing, a reading for. So I will say, yeah, my intention is to do a mediumship reading for Aaliyah. I think that's how you say your name. And, but if it resonates with you also, out there in the collective, okay, if not, like I said, just take what resonates and just leave the rest behind, okay? But I'm actually going to try to start off with her. So, okay, Aaliyah, yes. My arm itches. Okay. Now, whether this has to do with Aaliyah or out there in the collective, I'm not sure. I am getting, and I got this, this is kind of why I wanted to hop on, because I kept getting this message of hidden feelings. It's like there's somebody out there that has feelings for someone, more so than what they're expressing. Has or had. Almost like that this person before expressed or has like expressed feelings. Say like somebody's in love with somebody, but they continuously, and I don't want to say go out of their way, but sometimes go out of their way to express that they're not in love with that person. Or they don't have feelings for that person, oh, I don't like you like that, you're just my friend. But deep down, they truly have these feelings for this other person. And for some reason, I'm being told, and this may be in relation to your sister, Aaliyah, in regards to what happened. Someone having feelings for her maybe having feelings for somebody else. Also, I know there was a husband, but for some reason I'm getting third party, and whoever this third party person was, that's the person that either was directly involved or whatever, but, you know, had the feelings, has the feelings. There were feelings between both parties, but one of them kept expressing that it wasn't that way. It wasn't that way. And like kept denying it and like didn't want it to be like that. Who's Amanda? Was that the sister? Is that her name? H. That's your sister. What is she? She's talking about a handkerchief. Know anything about a handkerchief? I'm seeing, and I know bandana was brought up the other day, but I'm seeing more like a bandana, but it's used like a handkerchief, like somebody uses. And I'm seeing the colors like red and white. The handkerchief, bandana, whatever you want to call it. I know this sounds weird, but was anybody ever referred to as Poppy? Daddy, Poppy? Like, I, Poppy, may have used them. I don't know why I'm hearing shell casings. And I know this may be terrible to hear, but I mean, the other evening when I was doing the reading, there was a sense of her being like hit on the head with something. I mean, I saw like a rock or something, but then it was almost like even after after all this stuff happened, it's like she was shot to ensure that she was dead. But something about shell casings. I don't know. I mean, obviously her energy is coming through because, I mean, there's things that need to get resolved. But from what I'm getting, exactly from the other night, something happened in that field where I was explaining. The events like unfolded, started there, happened there. She was moved. Because then I saw a trunk of a car. She was moved someplace, almost like washed and redressed, and then, but before that, it's like she was shot. And then I'm hearing like gurgling, like, I mean, and that's why she was, because it's like they thought, and I'm saying they because there was somebody that helped after the fact, there was somebody that witnessed it, and there was somebody that helped after the fact. almost like she was, like the person thought that she was not alive, but then when they heard, and I keep saying they make me say they, like this gurgling, like that, and people realized that she was somewhat alive, and then was shot after the fact. Who's Bobby? Yes, we heard her body was moved, and we heard she could have been shot. Navi, her dog. Oh, okay, Navi. Okay. I can't think of anything offhand about that. Navi. Okay, where am I at here? Okay, sorry. Why is it not? Okay, I think her husband may have used him. Navi, her dog, Aaliyah. Oh my God. Her husband was what? She used to call her husband Daddy sometimes to mess with him. I have a new granddaughter named Penelope. I call her Poppy. Heard her body was moved and she heard she could have. Why is it not been shot? We heard many people were involved. Well, I'll tell you this, from what I'm seeing and what I'm being told, I mean, it originally started with her and somebody else. Something happened to where, like I said, there were intentions wanted by one person. It was not given, or not wanted to be given, per your sister. Something happened to where she was hit in the head, and then later shot. And then what I'm getting was she was buried, and that's what I asked the other evening, under concrete, because I asked if there was anyone that had any new concrete laid, whether it be basement, porch, you know, sidewalk, anything like that. And then from what I was told the other day, and even now, it's like wherever she is, people are walking. Like, basically people are walking over her and don't even realize it. I'm saying yes. I was being shown the other day, like, a little girl, like, dancing with an older man, and I said maybe it seemed like her grandpa, so maybe it was her dad. And for some reason, like, I kept saying Dapper Dan, like, kept coming through. But, they are connected, is what I'm being told to say. The only way I can explain this is, and some people might be up in arms about this, but when it comes to when we pass away from here, and, you know, we leave our physical body here, and then our soul goes on to another place, which is actually the fifth dimension, which is the spirit world. It's where the spirit world is. And so I will say this, they are together at times, but even once we pass on from here and go to the spirit world, your soul still has jobs that it has to do or needs to do sometimes it feels it needs to do. Your mother is mainly here, travels back here, I will say. She's one of your guardian angels. So she's around you quite a bit. I don't know who Mary is, but yeah, Mary came through, but I don't know. I'm hearing, and I'm being told to ask, are you having a harder time with all of this than the others? And you may not act like it, but like internally, it's just very hard for you to deal with. You know, I mean, of course, the sister and then the dad, the mom, like, yeah. Because that's what I'm hearing. I just heard she needs me the most. So she's mainly here. I mean, she's around you all the time. God, my lip, sorry. Don't you hate that? When you get like a little piece of skin and you can't get it? Oh, I got it. Okay. Sorry. It was bothering me. I was going to do that until I got it. I apologize. It's, I don't know, it's a nervous thing. So somebody else has a nervous habit too, because that's the reason I do a lot of things like that. If I start taking on like different little tics or characteristic traits, I also have to be an employee, a mother, a grandma, and a wife. So it's hard to separate it all. That's what I said. Yeah. You're acting like you're okay with it, but internally you're not. I got paper everywhere. I just keep hearing she needs me, she needs me, she needs me. I'm hearing silent crier, like you silently cry. It's like even when you cry, you try not to cry. Like even if you're alone. It makes me want to cry. You need to grieve. And just like let it out is what I'm hearing. Just like let it just sob. Who's Tristan? Yeah, you said my heart is shattered. I heard in a million pieces. And I'm hearing, like, either you think or you say it's just, it's not fair. It's just not fair. Okay, that could have just been another energy just coming through. What's a daughter? Do you have a daughter? Who's 17? Or what does the number 17 mean to anybody? What does 17 mean? Are you preparing for something? Oh, I think my oldest daughter was 17 when she went missing. Okay. I just heard something about preparing for something. Some event. Is there something going on to where you're like the head of it, or have to be the head of it, like you're in charge of something, of organizing something? If not now, were you? Because I'm hearing like too much on your plate. Like you can't breathe. Like overwhelmed. Almost like some confusion, like you don't know what to do because you have all these things that you feel like you have to do. And it's almost like you force yourself into being busy and staying busy and doing all these things and being in charge of all these things just to kind of like forget things. Forget life, basically. It's like, okay, if I, dive myself into all this other stuff, then I don't have to think about what's really going on and what really needs attention, which is you. I'm always the one planning or doing it. I'm just being told to ask why self-care. Like, why are you not taking care of yourself? Like mentally, emotionally. Do you feel lost at times? Like, what was the purpose of all this? Like, what was the reason behind the sister missing? What was the reason, for my dad passing? What was the reason for my mom passing? Why did they all have to go? Almost like you feel like you were left. Just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Something about a church. Was there a church close to where she lived, like within a street or two, with a graveyard close to it? And you feel like they left you, so it's like, okay, well, what is my purpose now? What am I supposed to do? They're gone. So what do I do now? Almost like you felt like your existence coexisted with theirs. Almost like the purpose was to be like that unit, Like daddy's girl. I'm hearing daddy's girl. Somebody was a daddy's girl. A church very close to her. I just keep getting pulled back to the concrete. I don't know about that church, or even because then I even said, like, he had said, like, the husband's house, like he had just laid or had some concrete poured or laid or something, like, soon after or during that time. But I'm not sure if you know if anything like that occurred near that church. I know this may sound odd, but 5 Seconds of Summer, that band, but Jared Leto, what is a reference to Jared Leto? Because I know he's like in a rock band. I'm not sure what the correlation is here. Rock band, like acting, like good, how are you? Strange, and there's, I know they staged a dig there, the detectives, to distract media from his house. Only thing I can think of. From his house? Yeah, because your brother told me, because I said there was something about concrete, and then I said something about that house, and I asked if there had been any concrete laid during that time that she come up missing, and he said, yeah, at her husband's house. So they staged a dig. She's somewhere in and around that house. There, or very close to there, but I feel like it's there. There was, they jackhammered his basement. That's what I told him. I told him I felt like she was... Who jackhammered the basement? The husband? She's close. If her husband knew where she was, dead or alone, he was content, you know. And that's, I said that the other day too. I said it was like, whoever did this, it was like, the detectives, okay, it was like, because she was a mess. She was bloody. It was like they cleaned her up, redressed her, buried her. She's covered in concrete, I'm telling you that now. And was covered, and it was just like, she was just, that person just went on about their day. Like that was normal practice. Like normal to do something like that. She's somewhere in or around, I'm sorry to stutter, in or around her house, that house, his house. Somebody stutters, because I started doing that the other day too. Somebody has a stuttering, like when they get nervous, they start, and I just heard stammering. They start stuttering, stammering. Something about a porch. The Cavalier dogs hit on the basement, so they dug up parts of it. Danny was very violent and mean. They fought all the time, but in a weird-ass way, they loved each other. I understand that. I was in an abusive relationship myself, on and off for 10 years, and it's a very weird, sickening type of love. You understand what I mean? Very toxic and very unhealthy when things like that occur, when you've got abuse in a situation and you're constant running back and forth. I mean, if you've ever seen, the video with Eminem, I Love the Way You Lie. I mean, how that is. I mean, that's like how my relationship was, and that's how most of them are. It's just this vicious cycle. It's like you love each other, but yet there's all this animosity and abuse and anger and everything, like, and jealousy and, going on, that it's like, but you love each other, but yet all that's going on, and you want to leave, and then you go to leave, and then you come back, and then, it's just, it's nonstop. Somebody has a lot of nervous tics. Or does somebody pick their lip? For real, like bit their nails. Otherwise, I wouldn't still be doing that. There's nothing to pick. The time, but okay. Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you got out safe. Okay, guy, see, this is what I can't stand. If I don't answer the phone, I'm busy. Like, I mean, what is wrong with people? You understand? Like, I'm not meaning to be like a bitch, but it's like, my God, if I'm not answering, there's a reason. I usually have it on Do Not Disturb, and I forgot. But, oh my God. Here, hold on just a second. Give me 2 seconds. I'm live on Facebook right now, so please stop calling and messaging me. Thank you. And no, that is not it. Don't send anything there. Okay. So, sorry about that. I mean, it's just annoying. Whose favorite color was purple and whose favorite color is blue? Because for some reason I'm being told to now, because I was using a purple pen, now I'm being told to use a blue pen. Yes, I am too. Thank you. I hear the name Jenny. And Maria. And Dad was blue. Somebody's a big country music fan. Not sure who. But the name Maria came through, and now I'm hearing that song, My Maria. Who is that? Diamond Rio, I think? Or Brooks and Dunn? Somebody. So if that's not resonating with you, it could be with somebody out there. You're done, Amanda. Your mom loves that song. Okay. I don't know why I'm hearing like third time's a charm. Like somebody's gone up for something or tried for something. I don't know if there was like up for a promotion or something. Second time, and now there's another time to do it again. So this would be the third time, and third time's a charm. Somebody's unhappy with their job. not really unhappy, just complacent. It's like going to work every day just because you have to, and you know how to do your job, and you're okay with it, but it's just like not fulfilling, if you understand what I mean. It's not filling your cup, you know? It's not. I'm not sure who that has to deal with, but somebody's very complacent at their job. There's somebody, that's me, same old. There's somebody watching this right now, and I don't know who, that's nervous. That's why I keep picking my lip. Somebody's very nervous watching this, wondering what I'm going to say. There are clues and leads that were not followed up with or followed through with. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like certain detectives were not wanting to listen to certain people, and they would gather information, but just because they felt maybe that wasn't it, they didn't pursue it. Well, if you feel like you should be doing something more, then you're not doing what you should be doing. And I believe that wholeheartedly. If you're ever in a situation where you're feeling like that, you know, whether it be like I'm not from here, like I feel like I have a bigger purpose, like everybody has a purpose, but like you have a purpose and you're just not sure what it is, but you know it's something more than what you're doing. You feel like you should be doing something more in your life than what you've already done or are doing. You feel like you should be doing something of more importance or that has more of an impact on others, with others. First few detectives were that way about her case. I'm telling you, somebody's watching this right now and they're very nervous. Is there, okay, I know you said there was a basement in that house. Is there a cellar, if you understand what I mean, or like a tornado shelter, or, you know, is there a cellar below the basement or a cellar in the basement? Some type of like dry storage, like where they used to like do canning and put, you know. I'm not sure exactly, but I could probably find out. Okay. Yeah, because I'm hearing, and it was weird, I heard like cellar within the cellar, you know, like, and then I heard tornado shelter. So it's like, okay. See, growing up where I grew up, and I gotta move my legs, they hurt. Where I grew up, we had a basement, and down in the basement, there was this big door down there, and you went behind this big old like steel door or whatever, and then you go behind that, and it was like, it was weird. It like went underneath the porch and like under the yard, you know, and underneath the front porch and all that, but it was considered like dry storage. There were shelvings, and then there was a little room back within the dry storage. It was weird. And but that's what they used to use back in the day, I guess, for when they would can foods, it was considered like drugstore or whatever, you know, that's where they would put all of that type of stuff. Okay, and so what I'm being shown is something similar to that, but then they keep saying like tornado shelter. So it's like a cellar within the basement, or like, I don't know if there was an extra room in the basement, or like a secret room that was, okay, I don't want to say secret room, but some type of room that was maybe potentially sealed up or like covered up that nobody knew about. Yes, my dad had me in his basement years ago in a house he owned. It was considered the canning closet. Okay. She's hidden. Yes, behind some concrete, under some concrete, whatever. But it's like a room, something similar to that, or it would have been that, but it's like, I don't know. I'm getting, and what I'm hearing is it's a room that nobody knew about, okay? And, or maybe was no longer used and was sealed up, well, with concrete. And then the so-called concrete with the basement or wherever else that husband had new concrete laid, that was a distraction from what was really... Was there some type of fire? Not to the house or anything, but stuff being burned, because then I'm almost seeing and hearing, like, I'm hearing cremation. So almost like even if they were to look or find this so-called secret room, or even if they would have dug up the basement, they wouldn't have found her, because I mean, that's so weird. Because with all the things from before and then until, and then now, because it was like I said, it was like they cleaned her up, they redressed her, you know, made her all prim and proper. But then it's like, and then it was like her. I mean, I don't know if it's her, but I heard a woman, and it's like she was screaming, like cremation, like burned me, cremation. That's all I kept hearing. Yes, he burned a bunch of her stuff not long after she went missing. I got pics of it outside his house. Oh my God. I have a hunch, and I hate to say a hunch, but if that's what's being screamed at me, then I have a 99.9% hunch and feeling that that's what was occurring. If he was burning her stuff, he could have been burning her right along with it, and nobody knew. God, I don't even want to hear it, because I'm hearing like little pieces. Somebody went to great lengths to hide this, to ensure that nobody would ever know, nobody would ever find out. She would not be found. I mean, and with him burning all this stuff outside of the house, nobody thought that was suspicious. I mean, nobody... thought anything of that. Like, that would be a first clue, like, for me, for anybody with a brain, you know, like, hello, she's missing. This is how the relationship was. You know, it was tumultuous, you know, and back and forth, but still, this man was an abusive man, and then all of a sudden she's missing, and you can't find her. There's hardly any clues. There's no nothing. There were witnesses, supposedly there's pictures and videos, and that's what I felt. You know, there was somebody watching, somebody saw it happen and occur. There were pictures or videos of it taken, you know what I mean? And the people that were involved is like, yeah, we're taking this to the grave, like, you're not going to say anything. Like, basically people were threatened, you know what I mean? And things were gotten rid of, people were gotten rid of, and people just went on about their daily lives like it was just nothing. No, I took pics to the detectives. They just brushed me off. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. And I don't know if she ever talked like that, but that's her energy. She said that's bullshit. Somebody said bullshit. Like, whoever used to say that's bullshit all the time, that's who's coming through. I don't know, it's weird. I'm getting like, I got like a fluttery feeling like in my chest. But then I like just became like overwhelmed with like sadness. But it's like, it's a sadness, but it's like a happy sadness. And I hate to say this because without, you know, honestly really knowing, but I've yet to be wrong. And what I'm hearing, it's like closure for them on the other side because somebody figured it out. Or was able to convey whatever message. I would just do everything that you can, you know, to try to look into everything, you know, that I have said. And if you want to bring it to somebody's attention again, you know, I imagine with her body never being found, I don't know if they closed the case or if it's still open or ongoing or a cold case or what. I don't care. Take this one and the other video, you know, to them and let them hear what I have to say, you know. And I mean, I don't even know you guys, you know what I mean? And for somebody like me to be saying things that have, some of the things have been uncovered or have been thought of and were kind of dismissed or looked over, at least just to get closure for you guys, you know what I mean? My dad said that bullshit. It's open. I would take this and the other one to them and just show them, you know, just, and they might brush me off and brush you off. You know, I can give you my number. You can give them my number. It's no big deal. But I mean, I'll help in any way that I can. And in order to give you guys closure, to give you guys peace, and your parents, even though they're on the other side. That's why your mother is sticking by you so much. I'm gonna cry. She said she doesn't want you to like worry yourself to death. Even though you don't like act like it, like I said earlier, you know, it's like you try to keep it in, but you're just like, and she used the word distraught, like so distraught. And you're not at peace. Neither's your brother. I can't stop till something is found. to bury it. I just need that closure, right? That's what I'm hearing. Contact them, show them these videos, for real, and we're gonna do that. Okay, I'll give you my number off of here, and yeah, that's what I'm being told to tell you. So for now, though, I'm gonna hop off here because I'm starting to be like overcome with emotion, and yeah, I need to take a break a minute. So I'll be back on here later, but I will talk to you here in a minute. Okay, peace, love, and light. Bye.